It's another video from Ozzy's Robot. Brought to you by the Banana Collection.
Do bum bum ba 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 ba. Hey everyone, don't be upsetty and eat some spaghetti. Come on in, it's that toy guy you know that's making toy videos here on YouTube and elsewhere, even BitChute. Believe it or not, they used to go to Rumble, but I don't know what happened to Rumble. They just arbitrarily cut us off, and occasionally I'll look and there's like a new subscriber here and there, but I mean, they cut us off at the knees. I don't know what the hell happened to Rumble. It doesn't sync. So I'll be honest with you, had I known that was going to happen, I probably would have reluctantly uploaded the videos manually there, but you know, it's way too late now. I think they've missed a year's worth, and I'm not going to bother to catch up. I went back there and redid the settings, but I'm like, the heck with it. So, as always, if it's morning where you're at, grab your steaming, delicious, sweltering cup of coffee, stir it, clank it, adjust it, park your rear in a cozy, comfortable chair, and grab a snack. Now focus and pay attention to the highlight of Western civilization, Japanese tin toys from the 50s and 60s. Man, where's my drink? Hey, Andrew, can you hear me? Can you get my unsweetened tea from my office, please? I forgot. Anyway, back in a live stream, I unveiled these two mechanical cooks. There's Teddy Cook and Piggy Cook. And for some unknown, godforsaken reason, I may have gotten actually a third one. I still haven't unwrapped that one, believe it or not. And man, did the bidding get absolutely bonkers on these things. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, here is my... Look, I'm being good. Unsweetened pure leaf. In fact, let me take a sip now. I need some of that caffeine goodness. Delicious and nutritious. What kind of tea is this anyway? Black tea, I think. Let's see. Is this part? Oh, this is part of the Pepsi Cola company. Man, it is brewed black tea and citric acid. Man, you can't get away from these huge corporations. Anyway, so the bidding got insane, and I think I ended up winning all three of them that they had offered, because you know what? I've wanted these for a long time. Before I get into the toy, let me just explain something to you. I'm going to move these out of the way. So, I've gone over this book before, but one of my early Bibles, besides Kitahara actually, 1010 Toys was number 2. Hey, Andrew, I got one other request for you. If you go on my bookshelf in my office, I have the older 1010 Toys on the top shelf, that big fat book. If you don't mind, grab that. But anyway, so I started collecting around 1986. I mean, collecting these specific toys. Believe it or not, I've probably been collecting since the 60s. I have some of my original toys, some toys from the late 60s. As a little wee one, I always tell the story. I have my original Odd Rods that Donruss made, Odd Rod stickers of all their crazy cars. I have Wacky Packs, the original. I saved the good ones. You know, some of them, believe it or not, like the only things I ever... Thank you very much. Some of them I ended up selling off. I kind of regret that now. But I kept a lot of that original stuff. I have a Dark Shadows game that I had as a kid. So I've been collecting for a long time. But these toys I started in 86. And there wasn't a lot of reference material. And this was the first book I found. Man, this one, oh, God, I love the smell. It's aged with me, man. When I found this book, I was single, and now I'm a grandpappy. So imagine that. And this was my inspiration for all these toys. That, along with 1010 Toys by Kitahara. I wanted to see the publishing date of 1010 Toys. So stick with me here. Oh, there had to be other books before 1010 Toys, though, because this is 96. And there had to have been another book before this by Kitahara, but for, you know, argument's sake, it was a book by Kitahara if this wasn't the first one I got. Maybe it was one of those pamphlet styles. That could very well be, because usually they come out with the small ones and then aggregate them all. So without going over this book again, because I've gone over this, and they've reprinted this. This is one of the this is the original one I bought. I always remember, believe it or not, in the back they showed, because this was battery toys, and they had these mechanical wind-ups. Like, so in other words, in this version you have Piggy Cook battery, then they had the bigger mechanical, and then they had this little teeny tiny one. And so here's another couple of examples, like Shoe Shining Monkey here. And I said, and this I love. I think I have now both of them, the Rembrandt Monkey and the little wind-up. So I always had my eye on the Cooks, and I never, just picked one up for whatever reason. And finally they were at the Milestone auction. But I couldn't believe how many people were into these things. It was like, man, oh man, seriously? Can't I get one thing cheap? Now, the funny thing to me is that they're cooking freaking spaghetti and meatballs, which I find hysterical. Look at their meatballs. The yellow one's got to be cheese balls. My mom makes ricotta meatballs, believe it or not. She just turned 89 just recently. And they're very good. The ricotta cheese quality has gone down the crapper, but if you can get a good firm ricotta, like the old days, Sonny, back in my day, we had good ricotta cheese. They're actually very good. You kind of sort of stew them in tomato sauce. And like I said, the biggest problem is the ricotta today is all watery and probably filled with cellulose and guar gums and all that cheap crap they put in there in binders. But anyway, so I'm assuming the reds are meat, the yellow, I'm just being liberal in my interpretation of the plastic balls. And again, look at it's like they use yarn or something for the spaghetti, and it's very convincing. So these finally ended up selling to me. Now this one also, usually I'll show the box first anyway. This had to be an Italian toy. I mean, it says spaghetti on it, which I also love. Being a paesano myself, it says, per la Rosella, la bella me, che le voglio tanto bene. So, it's basically for Rosella, my beautiful, I care about you a lot. That's the English sort of interpretation. Words are a little, different order in Italian. So that's very nice that this is actually personalized. Let me tell you something. I wish I knew where Rosella was. I'm like, why'd you get rid of your beautiful toy? So assuming this is, I don't know, late 50s, Rosella might have been 10. So she'd be, like 75 now? Oh, I hope she's still around. Pray for Rosella. Oh, my God, I would love to meet Rosella and find out, the history of this toy. Did she play with it and all that other stuff? But anyway, so I'm not sure that there were other mechanical cooks that have spaghetti written on the box. And so let me go back to the box here. So it has spaghetti, and he actually has a spaghetti bib. And he's going, good. And this one actually has Yonezawa's logo over here. Boing, boing. And, I didn't even try these, but here is the Piggy Cook. He's holding Pepper, if you're wondering. And I guess Pepper could sort of be used. Not common, but here's the logo. It's got a spoon over there. Here's the bottom. Nice tin litho legs. Here's his fabric. I'm surprised these hands haven't broken off. Got his hat on. He's got a cloth hat. So where is the wind-up key? Is back where? Let's see. Here's the on-off switches back here. And I need the key. This has to have the key inserted. It makes me think this might have been older. So you have to insert the key key. Now, I'm hoping this guy works, but, you know, we'll find out. So let's see if he's he's a spaghetti the old-fashioned way. Let's try that again. Let's try to turn it off. It doesn't take a lot of turns either. I'm right at the point of overwinding it, so. All right, let's go in 3, 2. You know what? I'm gonna have to unwind it with the key to make this thing spring to life. Oh! His hand popped off. Look at that. It was actually off when I had it, so this one isn't. See, it has this slot. Let's push it back in the. Gotta be gentle, gentle. Careful. I feel like Homer Simpson with a plutonium rod. All right, let's see. Can we get him to go? He did go a little bit. All right, let's leave him there for now. We don't want to mess him up too much. I'll go back to him. And now we'll go to the Teddy Cook, same box, spaghetti bib. This box is a little bit nicer, also by Yonezawa. I don't know if it's lithoed on the toy. Ooh, look, this is 10753-B. I don't know if that's for the Bellotta collection. And I think he has his key on here. Maybe that's a good sign. He's got his brick barbecue here. Do we have a Yonezawa logo on this guy? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, we do, right here. All right, let's wind him up. So up is... there. So he's working fine. Let's see if I could unwind it a little bit more. It doesn't say what he's adding. I'm assuming salt. And we're going to try this one more time. Come on, you can do it. Oh, man, this guy's stuck. Looks like it's going to be a job for the Robot Hut. I'm right about ready to break the spring. You know what's going to happen? I'm going to stop the video, and then he's going to come to life. I'm going to be like, damn it, I wanted it on the video. So let me just play around, shake. Let's get his hand off altogether. I don't want to break this brittle rubber hand, so we'll put that down there. Come on. Try to figure out what's gunking him up here. Ugh, man, it's tight. Ta-da! I didn't have to break it, thank God. But I can't unwind it. You know what I mean? Like, there's probably still some... But you know what? We got to show you the Piggy Cook. And now I'm going to reinstall his hand. Because believe it or not, I can actually squeeze these in the case. Next to all those cutie cooks. And man, I got a lot of cook toys. I don't know my obsession with getting these cook toys, but... And by the way, I asked Milestone. I said, "Who the hell was bidding on these things? Why were they bidding crazy money on these stupid things?" And he said one of the people had a restaurant. They wanted it for their restaurant. I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, that is the conclusion of your mechanical Teddy Cook and Piggy Cook. Almost 15 minutes to go through these, but I hope you like them. If you like to see them in person, come to the collection. With that, thanks very much for your time. By the way, if you notice, he has a fabric hat, and this one is, well, it's also fabric. Some of these, I have another one that has a plastic hat, which I have to open, so keep that in mind. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, thumb up the video, and again, appreciate your time, and I will talk to you later.